Hi everyone, I'm Chanel from Stamping Stilettos. Thank you for stopping by to watch my video today. I'm here to share with you a project that I sat down and made last night. Well, I have a friend and they're feeling a bit down at the moment, so I wanted to make a card for her, and the Beautiful You stamp set I had in mind, but you know, I didn't really know what I was going to do, so I was on Pinterest and I came across this card. Absolutely stunning card by Karen Henderson, Furry Cat Designs. And I had a bar of chocolate for my friend, so I thought, hang on a minute, I can do a wrapper for it. And I just think, look, that makes that bar of chocolate look so adorable and lovely. So I'm here today to show you this project. Now, we're using two stamp sets, the Beautiful You, but I'm using the sentiment from the Weather Together, which is I'm Here For You. We'll also be using the Softly Falling embossing folder, the stitched shaped stitched shapes framelit dies, and also the oval layering oval framelits as well. Now let's go through what we need. Now what I'll probably do, because there's quite a few bits to this, I'll do it as we're going through. So this was a bar of chocolate that I picked up from my local store. You know, you go to the counter and they're always like, would you like any chocolate, ma'am? And so I picked up, I always have a couple of these in, usually for the grandkids, so that's what I'm going to put the wrapper around. So if we go through what we're going to need, so I'll put these to the side for 1 second. Now we're going to need, we're using Island Indigo for your card base, and this is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4.25, so your regular card base. So let's just go ahead and burnish that now. We're going to be using mint macaron for the embossed layer, and that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. You will need a piece of whisper white for the inside, which is the same measurement, so 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. That's your inside piece. And then you will need a scrap piece of DSP, and this is the the brain's gone dead. Blossoms. I will put the name of the DSP on the screen. It's gone out of my head at the moment, but I will put that on there. So you'll need a scrap piece of that, because we will be doing some paper piecing. And this is Sahara Sands. This is for your oval layer. That's for the card. I think that's all we're going to need for the card. Oh no, it's not. Now we need 2 other strips for the card as well. So now for the card strips, you will need now this is 1.5 by 5 3/8, and this is 1 3/8 by 5 3/8, and I'm also using some of the Very Vanilla satin ribbon as well for that. So let's do the card first, I think, and then we'll come back to the wrapper in a minute, but we'll do the layer as well. I hope that makes sense. So let's, now I have already cut out the 2 ovals, die cut the 2 ovals, because I prefer to stamp the image onto those. So you're going to need to stamp the image on those and also on the DSP. So we'll put them to the side, and I'm using Island Indigo for that. So just going to find where I put the stamp. It's the umbrella image lady there, so just going to go ahead and stamp these on here. Now you probably can hear it's raining again today. Earlier on it was so loud I wouldn't have even been able to have done my videos, so I'm trying to make the most of it while it's not too bad, so you probably hear that in the background. So that's those two stamped, and then you just need to stamp the dress and the umbrella really. That's that. Oops. Now while I have my ink out, you also needed a scrap piece of Island Indigo, and that's for your layering ovals, and another piece of Sahara Sands. So I may as well go and, I've already cut those out, so I'm going to go and stamp that now, and I'm using the sentiment "I'm here for you" from the Weather Together. Such a lovely little sentiment there. So that's all of the stamping that you're going to need for this card. Now the next thing you need to do is to take your snips, and we need to, I'm just going to cut around that, cut out the image of the, so we need to cut round the dress and the umbrella. Well, I actually cut her all out, so what I've done, I've already gone ahead and cut two of these out, and you can see there, that's just to save time, so I already have those. And then we need to just glue those down. So taking my Tombow, I'm just going to glue these down. Like that, and we may as well do the other one while we're here. So that's those done, and look, that's so cool. I do love this DSP, if I could remember what it was called. Okay, so that's that. Right, okay, it's Blooms and Bliss is the DSP. It's just come to mind. Blooms and Bliss. I say blossoms for Blooms and Bliss. So that's the paper piecing done. And we may as well go and glue this down while we have our Tombow out. I love the colours of this card, especially the Island Indigo and the Mint Macaron together, just gorgeous. Now we also need to go and emboss this layer here, so that's with the Softly Falling. So I'm just going to go and emboss this. I'll be back 2 seconds. Right, okay, so I have gone and embossed that piece of Mint Macaron, and what we're going to do is we're going to put our card together. Now, so let's just move those to one side, and let's put that there, and we're just going to, I might as well put the inside piece in while we're here. Like so, and then I'm going to use Tombow to adhere this down. Okay, that's that piece. Now, with your 2 strips, which are 1.5 by 5 3/8 and 1 3/8 by 5 3/8, what we're going to do is just stick these down. And then we're going to take our ribbon and we're just going to wrap it around. So I need to put that down first. Excuse me. Now this is our stitch satin ribbon. So what I'm going to do with this is just put some fast fuse across the ends on the back of it. And this is all I do, just put that there and wrap around and adhere down. Just going to snip that now. As you probably know from my other videos, I am just not very good at doing bows. So I have actually done my bow because I have a little bow maker thing here. So I've already made my bow so that you don't watch me struggle like I normally do. And we're just going to stick this down. Alright, and that's just going to go over slightly to the side here. I'm just going to hold that down just for a second. Now I'm going to take some glue dots, if I can find them, they're just here, and put a couple on the back of my bow. Now I stick one there, there, and hang on, and one on the back of that one as well. So just to make sure that it, oh gosh, doesn't go anywhere. And I'm just going to stick that down about there. That's your bow. And excuse me, we're just going to put some dimensionals on the back of here. That should do it. I do kind of put lots on, I know. Right, okay, so we're just going to put that about there, and then wherever I've put it, we're going to put 2 on the back of the sentiment, and that's our card done. I mean, even just by itself, without the chocolate wrapper, that is just a beautiful card. So that is the card. So we're just going to put that to the side and move on to the chocolate wrapper. So for this you will need oh, we don't need that piece anymore. Now I have a piece of DSP, and this is cut at 8 by 6. Now obviously this is directional DSP, so obviously be careful if you have directional to make sure that you've got it cut the right way. And then you'll need a piece of Island Indigo, and that is cut at 8 by 3. And then the DSP, which is Blooms and Bliss, at 8 by 2 3/4. Is that right? No, it isn't. 8, sorry, that's cut at 8 by 2 7/8. Just checking that's right. 8 by 3, and then let me just do to make sure this is right. One, yeah, sorry. So this is 8 by 3 is the Island Indigo, and then 8 by 2 7/8 for the DSP. And you'll also need some ribbon as well for that. Now basically all I did, I didn't score the DSP because the chocolate's kind of shaped at the side. All I did was just literally put it in the middle and fold. Now obviously you can do this with any chocolate, you just need to measure, you know, the length and then the width times 2 and add a bit. That's all I did. So I just literally, I'm just curling that around, and then I'm going to take my fast fuse and run that all the way down there. So I'm going to put this back. Oh, and I've got this, okay. And just try and line this up the best that you can. And there you go. That's all there is to that. And just wrapped that around there. And then I'm going to take my Tombow and just adhere this down. Doesn't matter if, I mean, I missed it a little tiny bit there, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be folded over. And you're going to do exactly the same thing. We're just going to place that in the middle and just bend this around like so, and then like that, or the other way around. And then I'm just going to put some fast fuse again on the end. And we're just going to line that up as straight as we can, and there you have your, oh gosh, I don't get glue on that, your band to go around that. Now the next thing is to take our ribbon, and I'm not doing a bow on this one, I'm just going to do a little knot, so we don't need an awful lot of ribbon for this. Just going to take that and do a knot to the side. Like so. And then we're just going to cut that at an angle like that, taking some dimensionals for the back of this. I mean, look how fast that is. I mean, that didn't take long at all to do, and that is just such a lovely little thing. I mean, you know, sometimes it's nice to cheer people up with a little something. So we're just going to pop that under there in the centre like so, and there you have it. That is your bar of chocolate all wrapped up and your beautiful card. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm sure whoever receives it will be happy and it'll put a smile on their face. So thank you for watching. If you would like any of the products that I've shown here today, please head on over to my shop at, well, it's on the screen, it's stampinstilettos.stampinup.net, be on the screen. Please like and subscribe, and please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out on other videos that I will be doing. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. I'm hoping that it stops raining here because the rain's giving me a headache. But thank you and take care. Bye-bye.